And I'm John.
And we are J and N Travels.
Today we are going to go over day 11, 27, 18.
Yep.
And our stop today was Cape Canaveral.
Yes.
So we woke up to bright sunshine about 130 miles from Florida at 8 a.m. Because of the evac the night before, as we talked about, the arrival at Point Canaveral was changed from 1 o'clock to 4:30,
Yeah.
which resulted in all the excursions except for the three transfers to be canceled. Three transfers were Cocoa Beach, Disney Springs, and I can't remember what the third one was, but there was a third one in there. We decided to do a transfer to Disney Springs, which cost us $35 a person. It's about an hour drive from the ship. Um, so the drive either way was about an hour, and then the time spent was 3.5 hours at Disney Springs.
Yeah, you were
Right?
cold that day. You didn't
Yeah.
dress very appropriately.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. I know that turned out to be, I thought that Florida was going to be warm at that time of year.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started out the day, since the transfer was delayed now till about 4 o'clock,
4. We didn't
4:30.
leave till 4 p.m.
We decided to do stuff on the ship. So we started out by having breakfast at the Garden Cafe, the buffet, at 10 a.m. After breakfast, we went to a seminar on Thomas Kincaid at
Oh, yeah.
11.
That's right.
Both of us like Thomas Kincaid
Yeah, I like
works.
his paintings. The painter of light. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's really talented.
and they had a lot of his paintings around. They gave a little history, so that was very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, they said he always painted um, paintings that reflected light because he grew up in a very dark house, something like that.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
that's
the
right.
story?
Yeah, there was something
They
like that.
weren't, his mom was a single mom and she worked all the time, and every time he came home from school, the house was dark and he was by himself, him and his siblings, and I don't know.
Oh, whatever
Some,
motivates you, I guess, right? When we were done the Thomas Kincaid stuff, we went to a cartoon trivia in the atrium. We got an unimpressive 11 out of 20 right for the cartoon trivia.
not so good.
No, the sun was shining, but still too cold to sit on our balcony, even though we're into around day 3 there.
Yeah, it was a cold day.
Um, so we met up for our excursion at this point in the Escape Theater at 4 o'clock to join our group for the boarding of the bus to Disney Springs. I was very comfortable in shorts and a t-shirt, and I was very happy. Nancy, of course, was bundled up, but she
Well,
got the
I
last
did have
laugh.
shorts on. I just had a sweatshirt over.
But you got the last laugh.
Yeah, because I was warm.
Because we went down, t-shirt. Okay, as soon as the sun went down, I get see.
It was cold. It was windy and cold, and even the people in Florida were complaining.
Yeah, I don't know if it was unusual because we heard from someone the next day that it was very nice at night, so we just had a bad day. So the bus left the pier at 4:50. We arrived at Disney Springs at 6:10. We were all supposed to meet back at the bus at 9:15. We had plenty of time to walk around and look at shops and decorations. Because of course, Christmas decorations were up at that point.
Yeah, that was nice. We did the Christmas tree walk.
We went through the Disney Christmas Tree Trail, which is something I hadn't seen before.
Yeah, I like that. That was fun.
And overall, we saw what we wanted to see. The bad part of it is you are only there for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
So if you want to sit down and have a meal at one of the restaurants or a couple drinks,
really
or actually listen to the entertainment that's going around, you don't really have time to do that.
Yeah,
with
there
all
were
the walking
bands
around.
playing in front of the restaurants. There was a few bands playing.
Right. And because of the cold, everyone was actually back on the bus at 9 o'clock, so 15 minutes early. So we think it had to do with the chilly night. That would be my guess. So we headed back to the ship a little earlier. It took 60 minutes to get back to the ship, and we were hungry.
It was fun taking pictures in Disney Springs. We kept texting them to our kids saying, "We're in Disney."
That's right. And some friends. That's right. So we got back to the ship. We're starving. We went to Sheenan's because the restaurants were done serving at that point.
Yeah. Sheenan's is open 24 hours.
Right.
Just to let you know.
Right. That's the one that's has some, I think, good food, 24 hours and drinks.
Yeah.
So Nancy got the Reuben sandwich, one of her favorite sandwiches.
My favorite.
I got the fish fry, and of course, we both got wings.
You have to get those wings.
That's right. After dinner, we walked around on deck 13, which is a pool deck, and then went to bed about midnight. Announcement was made earlier in the day that the the waves were too rough. So the next day we're supposed to go into Great Stirrup Key, which is the
Oh, it
island,
got canceled.
right, owned by NCL, and they canceled it. And which, I don't know if the island ever exists because it seems like it's always canceled. The seas couldn't have been calmer, and so I don't know where these rough seas supposedly came from, but it was hard to believe.
Mm.
But we made the best of it anyways on the sea day the next day. So our weather for today in Port Canaveral was sunny and chilly, and we walked 8.1 miles.
Yeah.
So we will talk to you again tomorrow on our next sea day.
And remember, stay young by having fun.
See you downstairs at deck 7.
Thank you.